Welcome back to the Mandis Makings YouTube channel. Today I'm going to do a quick video for you. I received a large box in the mail from one of our makers, and I have been working. Summer's kind of been a little bit slower, I guess you would say, when it comes to legacy blankets. People have been traveling, things have been going on, the kids have been out of school. Summer just kind of throws some of us off, and so we're kicking off fall. We've gotten quite a few boxes in lately of items, squares for legacy blankets that have been donated, just some fun things. And so for this box that I'm gonna do today, I did already peek in it because I wanted to kind of see what was all in there. There is a few blankets in there. There are some squares in here. There is some yarn in here. And then we have a loved Bible, which I'll tell you a little bit about when we get to that. But this box actually came from a dear friend I met through the Loved Bible Project, and her and I stay connected. And when she saw the stuff that we were making online, she mentioned that she wanted to learn how to crochet, and then I noticed like she was learning how to make squares and do different things, and she is just, you wouldn't even know that she just learned, but she did. And I think it's amazing all the things that she has made so far. I'm like, she said, I just can't stop. And I'm like, that's the problem. But she's doing so good. And so she sent this huge box of stuff. I wish I could pull it over here, but it's too big for me to like grab and bring into the camera. So I'm going to start showing you some of the things that she sent to us for legacy blankets. So first, I'm going to start off with the squares. She sent a ton of squares. Yes, these are all the squares. I'm trying to pull all of them out of the box. 1 second. Yeah. Like, squares. Yeah. More squares. There's so many squares. Okay. So first, I'll show you, there are some squares that she sent in. So first batch is these super cute squares. How precious are these? She used, this is Red Heart yarn, and then I think this is from the Heartland. I think this is the Heartland yarn that she used. But how precious are these? She's got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of those. I think 10 of those. And then she's got reverse. So we've got these that are so fun. And she sent in, there's 4 of those. I've kind of like destroyed this box because I was looking through it. 8, 10. She's got 12 of those that she sent in. And then she's got some solids that go with it. So she did some solids in the blue, a stack of those, a whole stack of those. And then she did some of the squares in the just plain, it's the gray. This is the Heartland. I can't remember the name of it. Oh, wait. Did she put? No, that's not it. She sent me all of the wrappers, so I didn't know which ones were which I thought was amazing. Because sometimes I get yarn in and I have no idea what, or I'll get squares and I have no idea what yarn it was that was used. And so I thought it was fun because I was able to kind of see what she used. And then I also have, I think this blue that she used is Hobby Lobby, and I have a few of these skeins of yarn, and so I'm going to use this yarn to probably connect whatever blanket that I put these squares in, so that way it kind of matches. So that's fun for me, so I know which ones. But these, she sent a ton of these solid squares in to match. So all of these, guys, look, she has been kicking butt with these squares. And then, oh, there's more under here. See, more. There's other 2 of those blues, and then more of a gray. So she did all those. And then, get these out of the way. And then there are these. Now she used a mandala. This is, see, she sent her thing in for me. It's Mandala, Lion Brand, and this one's Centaur. Now, if you have been paying attention to the legacy blanket stuff or the legacy square stuff, you'll know that I mentioned for legacy blankets we use a size 4 weight yarn, but the Mandala brand, we've had quite a few people making squares out of mandala and mailing it in, and it's a size 3. Now I have to say that this is my fault. I made a list at the beginning of the year. We kind of did like a colors of the year chart. I pulled all the colors from Pantone and Lion Brand that they had set as colors of the year. And I encouraged our makers in our Facebook group to kind of use those colors, since they're colors of the year, in different yarns. And then I pulled a list of yarns that I could find that were in those colors that they could use, so it would coordinate with the colors of the year. Well, I pulled some of these mandala yarns because they were very, very close to the colors of the year, and I thought they'd just be perfect with matching up with some of the other colors. And then I realized that it was a weight 3 yarn and not a 4-weight yarn. So they have been making squares with mandala, which mandala is a size 3 weight, but it's not super thin to where it can't be connected to a 4. The reason we use all the size 4 weight, or we do all the squares in a size 4 weight yarn, is because if you connect the squares with a different weight, like let's say we used a 5 and a 3, which when you go to wash it or dry it or use it, it just kind of pulls at the yarn. And so I don't recommend using the different weights of yarn to make the blanket. So that's why when we do the squares for the blankets, we'll ask that people send in size 4 weight yarn in acrylic. So it's machine wash and dry, because these blankets are going to kids. And so we want to make sure that they are 100% machine wash and dry. And so I'm going to, we have a lot of the mandala. I just wanted to mention that. We have a lot of the mandala. So if you are confused and you think, she said size 4 weight, but this is size 3. Yes, totally my fault. But anyway. So she used the Centaur, Mandala Centaur yarn, and she made all of these squares. Like, for real. See? How cool are all of these? Like, look at this. Fun. And she just used it, like, whatever came out of the squares. These are all solid colors. And then there's some of these. This one has like a, this kind of like goes into a different color from that middle to the top of it, or to the outside of the square. And then she's got some solids here, and this one, and there's just, it just keeps going. Look, I'll show you. I'm not going to go through every square with you, but look, she used all of these. Look how fun. Oh my gosh, how cool of a blanket would that be? Stop it. I am loving these, guys. So she used a ton of those. Now, I will say, part of this she used was Heartland. She also used Yosemite for this one. And, I don't know, this was all part of one. This was all different. Like, but all those colors together. I love that she used different types of yarn. A part of it was mandala. I can tell this is a different one. And this one was a different one. This must have been from the same skein, but, or from a different skein, but these were all part of that. I think these were all part of the same, that Centaur, yeah, skein that she sent in. And how fun are all those? So those are all the squares that she sent in. I think she said she did like over 100 squares. Seriously, it's amazing. And then I wanted to show you, so she also sent in some blankets, and she worked on some corner to corner. I always tell some of my makers, if you want to send in blankets, send in some blankets, because a lot of times, depending on the season, we may or may not have enough of the legacy blankets to give out to the kids. And so I'll have a few people who will ask, can I just make a blanket and send it? Absolutely, because it helps give us it's kind of a variety of blankets that we can give out depending on how many legacy blankets we have done at the time. So she made this blanket, which, oh my, I think she said this is the Drunken Granny stitch, and I've started a blanket with this one, and I just love, love, love. Look, she's got it. You can see how it just keeps going. See it? Her square. Oh my gosh, I love this blanket. So this is kind of a bigger blanket, and I love this one. She finished this one and sent this one in. And then she also made one in this pastel color. I love this too. Look, so she made this one in this pastel color, which is super cute. And this one she did with the corner to corner stitch. You can see like she started at the corner and then worked out. And the corner to corner stitch is fun because it kind of is it's kind of a quick work. I've done a few of them, and once you get started, you can kind of, it's just a great blanket to use when you're like watching TV. It's, I don't want to say mindless, but it can get mindless because once you get started, it's pretty simple to, it's just a repetitive stitch, but it just comes out so cute, and it turns out to be like a, it's a diagonal stitch, so you're making a blanket with a diagonal stitch that comes up like this, so that's super fun. And then she, and she also did this one, and it's a smaller one. Same thing, just a smaller blanket. So she made one of these for babies. So how cute is that? So she did 3 blankets, all those squares, and then she sent in yarn. She had some leftover yarn from some of the stuff that she was working on, and so she sent that in as well. So we've got some of this yarn that she sent to use, and I can use that to connect if we want to use, if we don't use this or we use this in a different blanket, some of these squares in 2 different blankets, I can use this to connect those squares. She also sent me, I was laughing because I thought, oh, I have some of this, but she also sent me the rest of this yarn, so I can use this for connecting. And then she had extra of the centaur mandala left, so she sent all that she had left on this, which is perfect because I can use this to connect some of those other squares. So this was a box sent in, and I'm just so excited. Her name is Kathleen, and I'm just so excited. I talked to her on the phone about a week or 2 ago, and it's just fun to see everybody getting excited about making blankets. People's love for crochet, and I think that's a great thing that connects a lot of us is you see people choosing different yarns, working on different blankets. You'll have people in our group who will work together to make, if they're making a certain blanket and they need a certain color, they'll say, hey, I need a color, you know, a pink or whatever it is. Karen Simply Soft Pink, which is what I'm working on right now. For a blanket that I'm doing, does anybody have squares that you can send me for that? And so people will make squares and send them to different makers, and they're giving out legacy blankets in different areas. So it's fun to see people get excited about making squares, people who are new to crochet, their love for it, and just the community that's being built around it, which is what it's really all about. And then the last thing that she sent in the box was this is called a Loved Bible. So can you see this is a Loved Bible? And these Bibles, I'll just show you a few of the little things that she puts. They're like little notes. Oops, wait. Do you see that? Oh, you can't. She's got little tabs in here too, like little tab there. Like she puts little stuff. So a Loved Bible, just real quick, is a Bible that it's a 4x6 size Bible, compact Bible, and it is you highlight different scriptures in the Bible, and then you can write a little note or just put a little tab in there. And the goal is to love on a Bible, highlight, write little notes, things like that. Like she's got this little note just to tell them that that's the story of David and Goliath. Can you see that? So she's got that on there. And you can love on a Bible, highlight your scriptures, write little notes, pray over the Bible, and then give it away. And that's what the Loved Bible Project really is focused on. It's giving away a Bible to someone in need. And one of the biggest things, I'm going to put the link below in the comment section for you to go to the website for the Loved Bible Project, and you can read all about that. But it started as a way to give Bibles to the homeless because they were being given Bibles that were large and they couldn't carry them around with them. And so having a small compact Bible they could take with them. There was a lady early on who mentioned that she was able to put it, I think it was a lady that said she was able to put it in the hood of her hoodie and carry it. That way she didn't have extra things to carry, but it fit right in the hood of her hoodie, which I thought was really cool. And so there's amazing stories on there. They have a blog. There is, I love the Love Bible Project. I could talk about it forever, but I will link the website below so you can go check them out as well. So she sent in one of those, and I'm hoping that we can give this maybe with one of the blankets that we give away to a family in need. So that is the box that we got from Kathleen, and I wanted you guys to see what came in so you can kind of have an idea of there's squares, and there's blanket, and there's the Bible, and there's the yarn. I have another box that came in as well from another one of our makers. I'll do another unboxing video here in a week or so you can see what she sent in. But just so you have an idea of what's being sent in, I have people who say, oh, I want to get started, but I'm not quite sure. I don't know if I'll do it. You know, like, don't hesitate. Just start working on squares and send them in. Even if you only send in a few, like, you don't have to send in a ton. I have people who mail in. I always say, if you're going to make a squares and mail them in, at least do 6 of the same ones or 6 similar squares so that when we do a blanket, we have some consistency. So if you just want to make 6 squares and mail them in, do that. We would love for you to be part of the project and help out. And if you have any questions, let me know. You can leave a comment below. And if there's anything you've seen here that you have questions about, or you need some clarification on anything, let me know in the comments for that as well. So thanks so much, guys, for joining me, and I will see you soon. Bye.